2 over par yesterday evening. Yoon, can she respond to Taeyon's birdie with one of her own? So coming uphill, should move a little to her right. Always looked like it was carrying a fraction too much speed, and that's the problem when you lip it out on the high side of the cup. You just tend to get that extra bit of momentum, and she's left herself a bit of a tester on the KLPGA Tour. And at the end of the opening round, you would have said that this young lady would have been odds-on favourite. Not to say she isn't now. She's only one back. What I've observed the first couple of days here, she is playing with great confidence, great control. She's been unbothered every time she's made a little mistake. And the finish she had to around yesterday, a near ace on the 16th and a brilliant birdie on the 18th, her final hole of the day to take. Well placed here, Yoon. That's right hole location. Should set up well for that little squeezy fade she likes playing with her short irons. Brilliant. Exactly where she should have been looking there. Well played from Yoon, right out of the middle of the bat. Look at that wear mark on her club face. Majors and a gold medal for Lydia Ko. Now Ina, chance to draw level at the top of the board once again. A birdie look here at 8. In you go. That is the Yoon that we love to see. Nothing seems to faze her. Big, long par 5. The whole field playing this one as a 3-shotter. Seeing one getting home in 2 at 550 plus yards with no rollout in the fairways. Didn't leave anything in the locker there, did she? Goodness. Full send from Yoon. That is absolutely colossal up the right-hand side. Even with her length, can she challenge this hole into 251 to go? So just trying to lay it up to her comfortable yardage.
어디? 아, 저기네. 잘 갔다, 잘 갔다.
윤이나가 팀을 보시잖아.
그런가.
Yoon saw how quickly Dion's approach stopped. This one should drop like a sack of potatoes. Towering, coming out of the stratosphere. A bit unlucky, pitched on that downslope, so it's tumbling on by. Seen this putts from this section a number of times already. To move from right to left just as it gets over that little hump about 8 feet short. Such a speed dependent putt. Hit it a bit too hard, it's just gonna skate through the break. You don't commit to your pace and sort of snap hard left. Looks pretty good. Good, because it is good. Yoon marries line and speed perfectly. Will turn in 1 under par 35. Back-to-back birdies for the Samdasu Masters champion. Never looked like missing, did it? See the nest of bunkers down the left-hand side of this hole. Should be where Ina looked to start this. Just try and slide that little stock fade back into the fairway. Two pretty good shots already into 10 from Yoon and Taeyeon. Ina absolutely flagged it here in the opening round. The flag was in a pretty similar spot, just on that top ledge. Half a club short maybe, but at least should be able to attack that putt coming uphill. It's going to be Ina first to putt. And even though it's not exactly where she would have hoped to leave it, it's a pretty straightforward read. Just give it a good old thump, send it out right. It's probably going to move a good 2.5 feet from right to left as it meanders up that hill. Not a putt you're afraid of it getting away from you, if that makes sense. Stay positive here. Easy to get a little bit of tension in your arms and shoulders when you're in contention. Certainly when you're leading a championship, so important to just keep that putter hit flowing freely and nicely. Didn't really scare the cup, but solid 2-putt par. Keeper 9 under. Sticking to her MO, going with that hybrid. Part 1 done here for Hana at 11. First to play into this green after going with hybrid off the tee. Prefer drives to within what club length or closely mown areas for the players this week. Just trying to find a nice flat spot to place that pellet. Look that one out. So they hit 9-9 into the screen the first couple of days. It should be a pretty similar club. Just a smooth one, gripping down a touch on this. Another flagged approach for Yoon. Brilliantly controlled shot there from the co-leader. Chance to just create a little separation between herself and Dayon. Just a left edge putt with good pace here for Yoon. First player this week to double digits under par. just overcooked it through the break there, Yoon. So Dayon only loses a shot to Yoon after her bogey. Ina unable to convert, but now back in the solo lead at 9 under. Group in front of them already on 13, so almost a whole hole behind. Trying the driver here, trying to knock the flight down, bore it through this headwind. Bit of an awkward stance here for Ina, but not much club in hand. She's got lots of speed. This is going to be high and moving from right to left, so can start it at the hole. I'll let you get all of it. That needs to go. My word, I hope that's not buried. That could be all sorts of bother for Ina. Not sure if this is plugged or not for Ina. That slight upslope, but pretty well played, momentum-wise. Pendulum swung back in the favour. Ina for par. Started a little right off the putter face. You could almost see it. So back down to 8 under par goes Ina. That's going to give some hope to players at 5 under. That includes Minji Lee. Ina, that hybrid off 13T. Again, this fairway just tilts a little from right to left. It's shallow where Ina's playing into. How does Ina want to play this? Try to get it really close or give herself that look from just underneath the hole? Got the numbers wrong there. Flew it well past her landing spot. Bit of a hit scratcher there from Ina. After that very curious second shot, now has a lengthy birdie putt. Moves a little right to start, then we'll start to creep back left as it makes its way towards the hole. Line wasn't brilliant, but good pace has given her a little easy tap in to stay at 8 under. With Dayon. Looks like there's not too much breeze swirling for the players right now, so No time like the present to take advantage of some benign conditions and try to go flag hunting here at the par 3. Oof. Not sure if that's kicked back into the bunker, but avoided the bunker. Hana just had to play a little pop and run shot and got away with a bit of a poor tee shot there on 14. Just settle the nerves a little here. Hana for par. Oh gosh, that's another tiny miss from Hana. This flip-flop at the top of the leaderboard now sees Lee Daeyeon ahead by 1. Hana struggling to find her rhythm since she made the turn. Birdies at 8 and 9. That's going to be a second drop shot in 3 holes for Yoon. The hunted will become the hunter with 4 holes to play here on day 3. Hasn't hit this fairway in either of the first 2 rounds, Hana. Should she find the short grass, definitely reachable, especially with it playing down breeze today. Just got to set up down that left-hand side and commit to hitting a hard cut. She liked that. Maybe spun out of it a little. Ooh. Got it left and it stayed left. It looks like she might. No such fortune for Hana. Pretty awful lie. Could only chop it out to the first part of the fairway, so she's got a pretty lengthy third location. Suits her eye with a little cut. Really, given the way that things have transpired over the last hour and a half, she'd happily take anything about 15-20 feet here. Don't need to be greedy here. Just give herself a chance. Left. Well, this could be a 5-iron for you. Easy, easy. That is fabulous. From where she was out of position, she's given herself a great chance to steal a birdie here at the par 5 15th. Now for birdie. Too much break-wise, just got to be wary that this is downhill. Just read a little too much into that putt. 5, where that tee shot was, not a bad result. Not doing much. Hana is back in a share of the lead despite being 1 over par. this third round. Chopping on a couple of fruits, trying to keep those energy levels up. BMW i5 hole-in-one prize for grabs for the first player to ace this par 3. So these three have taken their time on the 16th hole. I wonder if that rules official's just gotten off their tail. I can't imagine why. They're still about half a hole behind the penultimate group. Should be a pretty comfortable 8-iron for Yoon, maybe a 7. Very gettable flagstick indeed on this par 3. Didn't get all of that, but clears the trouble. In golf, you find it's not always how good your good shots are, it's how good your bad shots are. Pretty basic little chip shot for Yoon here. Expect her to get this up and down more often than not. But that was a little clumsy. Maybe just trying to force the issue a little there. It's been a frustrating day. They've been on the clock. Pace of play hasn't been great. A couple of unforced errors as well. I have to say, a bogey at the 14th was a pretty clumsy one from just greenside. With a good 8 feet for par now on the 16th to stay within touching distance of Ma Da Song and Kim Soo-ji. There's a tendency to just hang that putter face open at impact under pressure. So it should just be an inside right edge putt. Oh, nose of steel, Gutsy up and down. That's going to feel good for Yoon. Had to work for it, but stay at 7 under. It's got to be frustrating. Second longest player on tour and not being able to even have the option to go for a par 5 and 2. Even from this forward tee, it's still 570 yards. Tee shot just crept into that right rough, but again, shouldn't be too much of an issue. He needs a hybrid here. Trying to advance this 200 meters down the fairway. That great finish she had yesterday, picking up got 2 birdies in her last 3 holes. What she'd give for a repeat performance on Saturday afternoon. 3rd shot now to the par 5. Okay, pretty solid. It should stay there. It will. Proving a little costly. Enough for birdie. Just come up and over that ridge. Should kick it to the right. Got it. Yoon Ina back to the top of the leaderboard at 8 under par. Could this be a case of deja vu? Another look here. Watch how steady she keeps that head. So Ina, you know what she did 24 hours ago, split the fairway, stuffed an iron, and then took the lead into the weekend. Is that going to kick a little right? Keep coming. Okay. Decent looking line, that first cut. From 134, trying to slide one in. Ooh, catches the Park Ji-young bunker. At least she's on a bit of an upslope, which is going to make that shot a touch easier than the one that faced Ji-young earlier. But that breeze is switch, and it's now into Ina. Simplifies this shot just slightly. Just got to commit and get those hands as low as possible. As much loft on that club as you can. Again, just dump it out onto the fringe. Thing will release down to the hole, but she's looking a little left. Not so much of a steep downhill incline there. Have to take her chances from around 8-10 feet for par. Oh, that was a brave shot. It was a stunning shot. Yoon Ina rising to the occasion again. Chance for a par. Was set at address. Carried that up a little bit further onto the green with a little bit more height. That one to stop as quick as she could. Working this for Ina. Be a left edge putt. For a par. Brilliant from Yoon Ina. Stunning birdie on 17, a Gutsy up and down on 18. She will take the lead for a 3rd